This is Nick with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar. Started my digital inspection at 3880 Murray Hill Road. Out in La Mesa, we're on top of a concrete S-tile roof. We got solar panels that are on this roof. Doing a digital inspection for a realtor. A couple things I want to point out. Now, it looks like this roof has some work done on it. You can see we got a bunch of tiles that have been repaired. Looks like they did a lift and reset on this roof. Now, they must have done it quite a while ago because there's a lot of things that aren't typically industry standard, that are missing, that weren't industry standard back then, that are industry standard now. But I want to point a few things out. Number one, you can see how tight these valleys are. So typically when we redo a roof, we're going to go ahead and open these valleys up. We want there to be a space between these tiles from butting up against each other. We want that water and debris to flow freely off of the roof. When these tiles are so close together, what ends up happening is debris ends up accumulating in the middle of it, just like it does here, and then that water can divert in areas that it's not supposed to. I pulled a few tiles on this roof. I want to show the homeowner what the underlayment looks like. The underlayment is the most important part of the roof. This underlayment, typical fresh underlayment, is going to be very thick, very gritty and granular, very coarse to the touch, and this underlayment matches that description. It's a little aged, but it still is pretty thick. Looks like they used 2 layers of this UDL 40 that is on this roof right now, so that is a good sign. Same thing over here. You can tell how thick this underlayment is, but it is a little damaged. So you can see that it's, on the second half of its life expectancy, but it's still very thick, very gritty, very granular to the touch. All the penetrations, the sealant around the penetrations look to be in pretty good shape as well. You can see how that's going to stop any kind of moisture from coming down those pipes whenever it rains. Everything else on this roof looks to be, again, like it's in pretty good shape. I don't see any immediate need for any work on this roof. Penetrations are in good shape. All the flashings are in good shape. The only thing that I'm going to call out are just things that I typically would see on a new roof. Does not necessarily mean that this is a bad roof. I'm just pointing these things out. So again, we want to open those valleys up when it's time to redo this roof again in the future. A lot of the mortar caps have been replaced, which is good to see. But typically when I'm on a tile roof like this, I'm checking out the underlayment because I want to make sure that that underlayment is still in good shape. And this underlayment looks to have been replaced with a double layer of look to be a UDL 40. So that is a good sign. I see no immediate need for any work on this roof. That's it for my inspection.